quests, and I am going to, you know, I'll have a look into this quest. I'll go do yeah, I'll have a look into this quest. I'll go show you Zul'Aman, the little event going on outside, which has changed since the original one. Apparently I feel rested watching this poor person be transformed into a ton of different critters. I'll show you the event outside of Zul'Aman. I'll go grab, actually I can't go grab the quest for the next area, because I haven't done this quest yet. Actually, I might be able to grab it anyway if I go find the heroes board. I'm actually not sure if there is one here. I may have to go to... actually, no, there is one here by the auction house. So, yeah. Basically... damn it, I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah, I'll have a look at this quest. I'll go to Zul'Aman, then I'll grab the quest for the next area, and I'll go there, and I'll leave it at that. Might do a little fiddling around with the professions, but I think that'll be the end of it. I'll move on to the next character, and when I come back to the class, I'll go level her up some more, do some questing. Oh, that's a new one. Serpent form. Anyway, I'll do some questing, and then I'll come back to Thalas. Well, come back to Dark Khan, and I'll finish him off then, when I'm better situated. Maybe when I'm level 30, I might be able to do him. Might be able to solo it. You certainly would think so, but no clue. Just curious what weapon this is. It's a world drop. Ooh, don't really have much chance of getting that. That's one glowy dagger. Can't really see it from this angle. Fair bit better from this angle though. It's not bad looking. Kind of almost makes me think like it's some sacrificial dagger. Yeah, that looks like it, but without the glow effect. Thereabouts, at least. So anyway, I'm still trying not to sneeze. I received an urgent message from Orgrimmar for you, Thalas. The renowned mage Urda wants you to meet with her in Orgrimmar. I'm not sure what this is about, but if I were you, I would travel to the capital as soon as fast as possible and seek out Urda in the Cleft of Shadow. Regrettably, I'm not high enough level to have a teleport to Orgrimmar yet. You need to be higher level for some reason to get that. Yeah, I don't know what level you have to be to actually get that. Doesn't say here. For some reason, you think it would. But whatever. Maybe you have to go there first. That wouldn't make sense though. And for some reason these royal guards are still at level 80. The guards outside could kick their ass. Like seriously, beef up your security. And it makes no sense for them to be level 80, because if you go into Stormwind, the elite guards there are level 100. It makes no sense for the guards here to be only level 80. Be the level 80 elites is not, is irrelevant. Someone before, I think I was reading on WoW Wiki, they're saying that a character being elite just adds like 3 levels to them. Like that's it. Doesn't. It's like they're like the equivalent of a critter that's 3 levels higher than whatever they are. So if they're level 20, a level 20 elite, then they'll be closer to like a level 23. Of course, that seems not entirely accurate, but oh, god damn, I feel fluey. Alright. You don't have anything for me quite yet, But if I do this and this, you will. I'm actually just about level 21. I have a few quests left to turn in the other place. I will look into them soon. Oh, remember the thing that's endured the transformation? It was someone as like some Naga royal guard. That's an archaeology thing. It's a rare night elf thing. It transforms you into a Naga royal guard. Bones of transformation. Takes 3 ink to do 1 research. Christ, I'm only gonna be able to do 2. Then again, I think there's a cooldown on it. No, there isn't. Let's do these. We'll do these. Oh, I'm out of parchment. You. Well, I certainly hope so, Goit.
The dark times will pass.
Oh, actually, I can make a lot of this stuff.
Everything has a price. Farewell.
Glory to the Sindorai.
For a moment, I thought she was standing on the chair. Just getting confused.
Inventories full.
Really? Really? You. Sell junk.
Yes.
Oh, Christ. Didn't mean to start making these yet. It didn't matter. Alright. So, we can now unlock these. I'll just have to go loot my mailbox before... Ooh, sorry. Hit off the mic. I'll have to go loot my mailbox before I can, buy the mount now, but that's fine. Okay, so I can make some Hunter's Ink. I can also make mysterious tarot cards. I can also make the Mystic Tome, which is a blue tome that gives 6 ink. Not half bad. It also gives 5 level ups. That's a new thing that was introduced in a... Well, I say new. It's in for a few expansions, but it wasn't in the original WoW. Okay, Blood Boil, Foul Menagerie, Stars, Wild Growth, Ice Trap, Stampede, Spell Steal. This is the mage spell I was telling you about before. Ooh. Spell Steal now heals you for 4% of your maximum health when it successfully steals a spell. That's nice. Hand of Sacrifice. It no longer redirects damage to the paladin. Nice. Falling Avenger. You slow fall during Avenging Wrath. Nice.
The eternal sun guides us.
Alright, not high enough level to grab the next rank. Just curious. Illustrious Grandmaster Herbalist. And Zen Master Herbalist. There is one for Warlords of Draenor, but I think you get that from a book or something. You don't get it from a trainer. Wonder how they're going to handle Legion. I think maybe... I think I remember reading... listening to the BlizzCon footage and them saying that it was... like you would find some new quotes there and you'd bring them to learn how to work them. You'd bring it to a special a certain NPC and you learn from them. Like there's a faction of high elves that they thrived off this magical shrine there, and the court person was an outcast. Or something. I can vaguely remember it, but I think what I vaguely remember bears some parallels to the Blood Elf Society and the Wretched, though the people in this case weren't quite as bad as Wretched. The Wretched are pretty much... well, they've gone... I actually don't know the exact specifics of a faction that's only been released in the next expansion, so I can't really say too much about them, but the Wretched seem worse than the people here. So yeah.
I need to get closer.
Really? I can't just grab another one here. Hillsbrad Foothills. Ashenvale. Secondary things. Really, you want me to send me all the way over to the other continent? Really, dude? Really? Why not send me to Hillsbrad? I'm level 20. Okay. Just need a touch of XP and I'm next level. 21. Still wouldn't be powerful enough to take on the other bloke though. And anyway, oh, these sold. And I get slightly under 50 for it. I did 50 silver. The auction house takes its cut, which is a little irritating. Actually, I remember before when I was playing RuneScape. For anyone getting excited, I won't be doing any videos on that. I feel awkward going into it here. Anyone who's been following me on Twitter for a long time and actually paying attention to my tweets, not just following me then never using the account, but actually read my tweets, will know why. But I just feel awkward saying here in the video. I'll explain in the comments if you want. But yeah, I won't be doing any videos on RuneScape or anything done by Jagex. But I remember in my RuneScape thing, I was homesick one day and didn't go to school, and I logged into RuneScape for a bit, and there's the place called the Falador Party House. Dog's getting grumpy. But the Falador Party House, and people can throw parties, and you pop balloons, and you might get an item. And I got an item that was worth a ton. I sold it, put it on the auction house, got like $1 million or $2 million off it. I think it was just $1 million. And I was just so happy with it. Even years later, I still had the money from it. Didn't spend it all. If for anyone curious why I'm not saying anything here, it's just in case Jagex gets grumpy with, well, the truth. So yeah. So yeah, just like I said, I don't want to deal with illegal shenanigans. Even if no illegal shenanigans aren't possible, I'm paranoid because I really love my channel. I don't want anything happening to it. So, I just want to be careful and maybe even overprotective of it. One sec. Recording locally, recording locally, recording locally, recording locally, recording locally, recording locally, recording locally. Alright. To follow up on that overprotective point, that's why, I've said before, feel free to suggest games that you'd like me to try. There's just 4 companies, 5, that I won't actually cover. Sega, and anyone owned by Sega, so I can do a Persona game. Sadly, just Sega. I've heard horror stories about them in the past in relation to YouTube vids, and I'm just I want to protect it for my channel because the horror stories contained a lot of people losing channels over Sega, so I don't want to lose them myself. Sega, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is fine with Let's Plays, but they can't be over 5 minutes in length. it's a little short, eh? Each episode would have 5 minutes in length if it has any gameplay footage. Excuse me. Which really wouldn't work out very well. For me to do a normal episode, I would have to upload 4 episodes a day of it. And that's just messy as hell. So, no. If they ever change policy, no problem. I actually have a few Fear games on my computer. Bought them before I realized what their policy was. They took ages getting back to me, as I emailed the wrong people. Depending on which company you contact, you have to go through different routes. I emailed the copyright manager person of CD Projekt Red. They got back to me once they got back off holiday. I emailed the same person over Warner Brothers, never responded, never even said you're emailing the wrong part. Check with these people. Emailed some random general game help people. They helped me. They did end up getting miffed when I asked them to clarify some speech for the 3rd time. But yes, they helped me. So, but anyway, this seemed a little grumpy. But they didn't say anything. They were still polite, but they were just, I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head rather than anything else. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing Warner Brothers. Also, wouldn't be doing Double Fine or whoever does Nuclear Throne. Any of their games like Nuclear Throne. Mainly because in both cases I've insulted people involved in the who are part of the company. Be it Tim Schafer or a guy I actually complained about earlier in this series. Because he's so fucking obtuse. Seriously. It's one thing to have a different perspective or opinion or whatever. I can live with that. But it's another thing to be really blindingly obtuse. I think I'm using the right word. Like, asserting like an apple is the same thing as an orange. That's basically what he does. For those who didn't hear it, he did a speech, and I only listened to so much of it, as I was only wanted to hear the relevant part. But it was like a 40-60 minute thing, and I just wasn't interested in listening to all of it. Like him taking the Navy SEAL copy pasta seriously. Yeah, he does. Someone posted things saying like, "Oh, you're taking it out of context." I watch it. It doesn't make him look much better. And nor what the things seem to be taken out of context. Certainly, I didn't watch up to the entire thing, but from what I did see, it seemed perfect in context. The guy was saying like, we're games developers, not gamers, and he kept going back to the quote from this one film director saying, you know, like I don't like watching films since they started making them, and like, oh, no one was complaining about that, but the guy's horrendous at research, like researching things. Like he was saying, you never kill Americans in games. You kill Americans in plenty of games. Spec Ops: The Line. If you play against like George Washington or any other American leader in the Civ games, you kill Americans. There's other games out there, like say Half-Life. You can kill Americans there if you, well, not even if you choose. The army are your enemies in that game. The American army. You can also gun down the American scientists if you so please. Like, you see where I'm going here. The guy's terrible research, so they very well, people may have complained about that. As a lot of people, like writers and whatnot, say, if you want to be a good writer, read. You know? Actually, enjoy reading. But he keeps going back to this one quote to defend disliking the medium he produces content for. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point was, he was saying, we're not gamers, we're games developers. And says that's the exact same thing as guys saying, my business card says I'm an executive. My mind says I'm a games developer, but in my heart, I'm a gamer. That was some quote from some guy at Nintendo. I don't remember his name. I don't even remember what he worked on or what he was involved in. I just know that's a lovely quote, you know. And I hope it's accurate. Wouldn't do the guy justice if it wasn't. But he thinks it's the exact same thing, and that he said on Twitter. I saw like the full thing of it. It's not like it was part of some 60-minute speech or so, but bit off. No, he said that on Twitter, and asserting that it's the same thing. When the guy was saying, you know, my business card and my brain say two things about me, but at the core of my being, I'm a gamer. When he swans in saying, oh, well, I hate games, I just make them. Oh, okay, he doesn't say he hates them, but you know what I'm saying. He thinks these two clearly different statements are the same thing. Oh, I'm sorry, it just irritates me to the nth degree, because that's nonsensical. Like I said, it's like asserting an orange is an apple with a straight face. How? How? Like, how can you do that? It's one thing if you are wrong, and like just like you don't know what an apple or an orange is. You're just incorrect. But it's another thing to be paid to do speeches about this thing, to talk. Well, I assume he's paid to go to a conference and talk in front of people. Doesn't that typically happen? Then again, I assume like the Irish hurling or soccer players were paid and they weren't. So, you know, you assume that would be paid. they aren't. Who knows? Maybe he wasn't. But you would assume you know what